Luz Galusha-Luna. I'm a graphic designer. I'm an art director for a church out in the East Valley. And I really love typography. Fonts are probably the one thing that get me going above all else in my field. And so my presentation is kind of going on about this probably a little obsessive love about the shapes and lines and weights and counterforms and X height and all that great stuff regarding typography. Now, are there any graphic designers or other people who feel the same kinship as well? Yes, excellent. Okay, good. So, for me, typography, receiving a catalog from Veer or Hoffler Jones or Font Shop is like a restaurateur receiving food arts. It's just this glorious expression of a celebration of language, a celebration of shape, a celebration of personality. And I realized that this probably was getting a little bit too intense when I started realizing that I saw my friends as different typefaces. This is an excerpt from an email that I sent to a friend of mine. You're definitely Clarendon, yet referential to the classics, intellectual yet not stingy, excellent for short and fancy headlines. And so I realized that there are other people doing this too. This excellent graphic designer from, this one's my personal favorite, by the way. He came up with a whole set of memes regarding various typefaces and the personality that they exude. And we've all received Christmas letters and business cards. We're going, oh yes, oh yes. So when choosing when choosing typefaces for problems, I began to realize that it reflects just way more than the words that they're carrying. When you're saying hello, it's not just hello. You can say hello or hello. The first element in evaluating which typeface to use in the context, and this is where all the problems, this is where we choose the typefaces that we all hate. For example, you see Curlz. Now, you would Stanley Kubrick, this is probably not a good idea. This is fun, this is happy, this is probably your 6-year-old's tea party. Not necessarily I'm coming after you. Comic Sans is not what you're going to use for your law firm. It's too casual. It communicates in personality, and I don't even believe that this is a real font, if you ask me. And I cannot tell you how many resumes I've seen with Comic Sans on there. Papyrus, you should just ask Adam Nollmeyer. This is the bane of his existence. Papyrus Nothing says, I'd like to shoot the most special day of your life. Then representing each and this is an excellent example of good context. This is Marian Banshees. This says, design ignites change. I think that would be appropriate for Ignite Phoenix. She is one of the most beautiful typographers, I think, of our time. That was a laser cut poster that she was working on. The next element is typefaces also communicate historical values. So the first one that we're going to take a peek at is Garamond, which I'm so ahead of this. You have no idea how hard it is to talk about. Garamond was designed after the printing press. It was designed for books. It was designed for people to be able to read, people that weren't able. It's called a humanistic font, therefore I am for humanity. I am for people learning to be educated, enlightenment, ideas. When you're looking at personality, it's kind of, I find that it's easiest to describe typefaces like other people. My favorite is Helvetica. It's straightforward, orderly, maybe just a little bit pretentious. This is why architects like to use it. I probably identify a little bit more of this probably in the pretentiousness, unfortunately. For the church that I work at, our senior pastor likes to use Georgia for all of his publications because it communicates an open, warm, and succinct sense without sacrificing the modernist tendencies, without sacrificing the history, without sacrificing the things that he also feels are important in the words that he's saying. CandyScript has obviously lots of personality. It's very flourishy, it's playful, it's delightful, it has a little bit of Latin flair. This always reminds me of something that should be on top of a salsa label. Just really delightful. One of my favorite sites, I love typography.com. If those of you who are oriented towards typefaces, this is an excellent place to kind of see what's going on in the type world. And there's just lots of glorious things